Hey everyone, and welcome back to another custom challenge run in the Binding of Isaac. Today we have a run coming from BTC Prox, that's P-R-O-X. This was suggested apparently 6 days ago, or 7 days ago now I guess, but I'm getting around to it now because of course I couldn't do custom challenge runs for a while. This is the Psychic Maw challenge. If you can't tell, we are pretty much a Psychic Maw. We shoot homing tears that are very large. We have a fly rotating around us. Unfortunately, this one doesn't block tears like the Eternal Fly does for it. We also move very slowly due to our 4 buckets of lard. We also have a lot of health, though, so that's a plus. And the restrictions are that we cannot remove our tear projectiles. So my goal is that I'm going to not change the purple tears business, but I can't really be sure. So, yeah, that's about what we got. Any other restrictions are up to me, so I'm just going to take whatever I can get. And wow, am I slow. Gonna touch the poop. Gotta use it once, because it'd be silly not to. And then I'll re-roll it. What do we got? Wow. Well, that's sad. Mom's knife in the first item room. One of the few runs I can't take it. So that's unfortunate. Next thing I want to say is please leave your custom challenge and suggestions in the comments, and I will do the ones that I like the most. I'm starting up the text file again, but only for ones that I actually plan on doing as opposed to every single one suggested, so I'm less likely to forget things now. That's quite good, so yeah. Keep it up, suggest what you can. I'll do whatever. And please do suggest, like if you think of something, just suggest it. Because I don't get enough comments in my opinion, and sometimes I feel that there are going to be not enough that I want to do. And I don't want that to happen. Oh man, I'm slow. I'm so slow. So yeah, just leave your suggestions, and I'll do stuff. And it'll be great for everyone. People have been suggesting TF2 style runs, and I probably will do one, depending on whether or not Northern Lion does it, like, immediately. Because I know he's been doing them, and that's why people are suggesting them. Range, range is cool, but I'm gonna reroll it. Shot speed up. I actually like the speed of my shots, and I should have rerolled Mom's knife, but who knew? I do have 4 bombs, so I should look for the secret room. Anyway, yeah, I have a TF2 style run that I'll probably do soon unless Northern Lion does it. Oh god, I'm so slow, and I gotta... Alright, Dad's key. I'll just touch that so we don't see it again. And it'll be great. By the way, the reason I don't want shot speed up, even though it increases knockback, it makes homing less effective because it has to turn more quickly, and it's just not as good that way. By the way, today, or yesterday for you guys, I finished recording Ratchet & Clank 2. I've finished the game. You'll see that episode, the last episode, on Wednesday. And so that means it's time to talk about... Well, I mean, it has been. We've been talking about it. And thank you for all the suggestions. I have read them all, even if I haven't responded. Anyway, it's time to talk about the next Let's Play. So, suggest things. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm seeing if there's something that gets suggested like 12 million times. Or if there's something that I really want to do that I think is a good idea that gets suggested even just once. So yeah, I'm trying to satisfy everyone as best as I can, but I'm also trying to enjoy myself, So, I don't have any keys. May as well fight the boss so that I get optimal rerollage. Well, never mind. We'll get a cube of meat, which I will take. And the cube of meat will rotate around us, and that will block enemy tears. It'll also damage any enemy it comes into contact with. So back to Let's Plays. Oh, well, we gotta deal with the devil. I can see what we've got with that. Maybe it'll be great. Yeah, that's not great, but let's reroll it. And Brimstone would be great, but no, because that messes with my tears. And Whore of Babylon is good and all, but why would I want that? I have too many red hearts that not Guppy's Paw. Although, I'm going to take it just on the off chance that we do get Guppy's Paw. So, yeah. Of course, if we do get down to the Whore of Babylon state, my whole aesthetic will be ruined, but oh well. It was only 1 heart, and I had 10, I had 11. Trust me, I can count, I'm a math major. Oh man, I'm so slow. I'm gonna go into the curse room. Guppy's Paw is gonna be in one of these. No, but 2 soul hearts, so that was definitely worth it. I came out a soul heart and a half ahead because going in to the curse room doesn't cost you any health. Wow, that was dumb. If you can fly. Only coming out does. Oh, sucky damage there, but that's my fire rate. So like I was saying, something about Let's Plays. Yeah, I'm trying to satisfy people, but I'm also trying to have fun with it. So as long as at least, you know, a few people will enjoy something, I will probably consider doing it just as strongly as I would consider doing something that like 20 people suggested. And by the way, by the time this is live on YouTube, I might have 500 subscribers. I've gained like 40 in the last few days, 2 days really, because of my PSA series, which I've been posting on Reddit, and people seem to be enjoying. So if you're new here, welcome to the way of things. I'm very explanatory with everything. I certainly do make it my business to make sure you guys know what's going on in the game and how things work. And my PSA series is kind of evidence of that. And a lot of people seem to be joining us because of that. Those have gotten so many views for me. Especially, like, the first PSA got like 400 views in a day. That's a lot of views for me. Anyway, I'm going to use the Hermit now. That takes us to the shop at no cost of keys. Unfortunately, what I was hoping for was that there would be a key in there so that I could go to the item room, but alas, no dice. It's funny because I have a D6. Oh, so you know, funny story. I mean, kind of funny story, I guess. Back when my friends and I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Semi-competitively, like, I wasn't good, but some of them were. You know, we'd get stuff like cards and etc. for each other's birthdays or Christmas or something. And on the site we ordered, they also sold random dice for like 10 cents each. So every so often, you know, when we ordered something for each other, Emperor teleports us directly to the boss room, by the way. Whenever we ordered something for each other, we would just round off to the nearest dollar or so, maybe even a few dollars, depending, with random dice for each other. And so I have like bags and bags of random dice, really just 2 bags, and I have like 35 of them. And it's pretty great. So I have like dice of every denomination, and you know, it's pretty great. So if I ever need to host D&D, I can probably do that. I probably even have well, I only have 2 D20s, but I have enough of the rest of them, I think. Plenty of D6s, a few D8s, probably a few D12s, a D4 maybe, just probably 1 or 2 of those. Yeah, you know, good times. I just thought it was entertaining. Oh man. So the phrase no dice holds nothing to me, because I have all the dice. Haha! Unfortunately, I checked back at the site, and they don't sell them in the same manner anymore, so I can't just buy random dice, which I find entertaining. And, you know, of course, D20s and stuff are a little more expensive, so just getting them randomly for 10 cents, that's great. And if you order enough of them, it's pretty likely. So I'm going to reroll this because it does kind of, I know it'll mess with our aesthetic. So let's see what we've got. Dead bird. So now we're pretty much like Eve. God, I'm so slow. So now we have a dead bird on our head. When we get hit, that will it'll spawn and it'll chase down enemies and do some damage to them. A lot of people don't like it, but you know, I figure, why not? It's free damage. Oh, what does this do? The Joker teleports us directly to the deal with the devil. I will use it after this boss if we do not get a deal with the devil. So I'm not going to use it immediately or anything. God, I'm so much slow. I am so much slow. I'm slower than the motors and the attack flies. Oh god. Yeah, I need to speed up, and I would take it even though that's kind of against the aesthetic of the run. Because, oh god, that's garbage. I was over the rock. Yeah, because, I mean, I know Psychic Maws, they're pretty slow. But I don't care. Oh, the Fallen. He'll give us a deal with a devil drop. I don't know if he can give Angel Room drops. I don't think he can. I've never seen it. Or I don't think I've seen it. That could just be me, like, being biased, thinking that I haven't seen it because I said I haven't seen it. So, I mean, I don't know for sure. But the idea is he'll give us a Devil Room drop, or possibly an Angel Room drop, but I don't think so, once we kill him. Unfortunately, he's faster than us by a lot, so there's really nothing we can do about that. The one thing I worry about is if I take a damage up, I might lose the purple tears business, I'll take Demon Baby. That's a familiar. It'll shoot along with us. It'll shoot automatically at enemies that are nearby, and it shoots pretty quickly but has low range. So now let's use the Joker because we didn't get a deal with the Devil. And this is what I was talking about where I'm a little bit worried, but I'm definitely going to take the Mark because it's both 2 damage up and 1 speed up, as well as a Soul Heart. So we're going to see what happens. Yeah, it's red now. My B, and I'm going to reroll that. The nail is pretty good, but I am not going to take it. Oh yeah, that feels so much better to be a little bit faster. Yeah, I didn't take the nail because even though it would give us a Soul Heart every 6 rooms as well as some damage up, I just, I want to save as many hearts as possible, both to be able to tank damage because I'm slow, and to be able to trade if I find Guppy's Paw. Yeah. So now we're on to the next floor. Sorry my tears are red now. So that kind of sucks. I've ruined the whole run already. I'm sure all of you hate me. But, you know, it wasn't very clear whether he meant don't mess with the aesthetic of your tears or don't mess up the fact that you're firing large homing tears. In which case, I have not messed up the large homing tears, and we had a couple floors of the purple tears like the Psychic Moth shoots. Oh, that was stupid damage of me. So, you know, sorry. I've done worse. Anyway, once again, leave custom challenge and suggestions in the comments. I want to have as many options as possible so that I never run out. Oh god. And I'm thinking of starting to record days ahead, but I just haven't been recently. I may as well take a pill. Let's see, what do we got? I knew that would happen, which is why I didn't press Q immediately. So let's see what this is. Pretty Fly. That's another thing rotating around us. It'll block tears. It'll only damage fly-type enemies, but, you know, that's still good. And we get Harlequin Baby. Okay. That's pretty good. It will shoot a V of tears. And, you know, it's one of my favorite familiars, along with Little Gish, and either Demon Baby or Rainbow Baby. I'm more partial to Rainbow Baby than Demon Baby due to the range and the possibility of shooting slowing tears from Little Gish. But, you know, Demon Baby is very good too. It's just the limited range and the fact that it doesn't shoot over gaps. Those are pretty much the big downsides. And the fact that it can be annoying if you're trying to fight a host or some such, because it'll just keep shooting at them whether or not they are up or not, which is annoying. By the way, we have Curse of Darkness, which means that we cannot see the map, which is both annoying and pretty much, like, inconsequential. I won't find the secret room, but I haven't even been looking for secret rooms, really, so, you know, there's that. Sure. What are you? Friends till the end, that gives us 3 Kamikaze Flies. Telepills! Oh good, it didn't teleport me somewhere I was confused about. Anyway, 3 Kamikaze Flies, those do twice my damage, and they'll kill themselves killing enemies, or trying to kill enemies. Take my Emperor card back, and head on my way. I didn't really even need to shoot those, what are they called? Double flies? No, they're not double flies. It's not that simple. It might be. But whatever, I forgot their names. Whatever. Oops, almost took some silly damage there. But we found our boss, and because I'm slow, I'm not going to go back and backtrack. We will not be using reroll here because we're going to get a second cube of meat, which will also become a familiar that shoots along with us. It will still block enemy tears because it'll just turn into a ball of meat instead of a cube of meat. And that'll be fun. And we're on track for a level 4 Meat Boy. I'm not going to count on that at all, but, you know, it's a possibility. But more firepower is always welcome. Do we get to deal with the devil on this floor? I don't know. Yes, we do. And we also have an Eternal Heart, which is exciting. That'll turn into a health up once we get to the next floor. Krampus, that's actually pretty exciting. And I'm definitely going to take his drop. Krampus's drop is the lump of coal. And what the lump of coal does is it increases our damage based on how far our tears have traveled. So I have pretty good range, and my tears also frequently curve to get to enemies. So, like, they'll get a little bit more damage just by missing and curving around to go back, which is good. So basically our tears will get progressively bigger as they continue along, and it's pretty cool. So like I said, not going to reroll, and now this is what we've got. You see it a little bit. It does get bigger, that's for sure. So we didn't use any rerolls now, and we'll get a health up from our Eternal Heart now as we go to the next floor, and that'll be great. By the way, actually, it was kind of funny. when I was doing one of the PSA videos, I don't know which one anymore, I started off, I was trying to do a video on spikes, which you'll see actually I did it differently than I was originally going to. I was trying to do a video on spikes, and you know, I was just going to play the game normally off camera and then get to somewhere with spikes so I could demonstrate. And I ended up having like this really amazing run, and then I was just like, well, I actually don't care about runs anymore. I really just don't. They've lost all of the splendor and excitement. So I just ended the run when I killed myself on spikes, basically. And that's that. I had like quad shot and growth hormones or something, a couple health ups. I was playing Kane, so it was like, this is a crazy run, but it's just gone. Because, I mean, I didn't care about finishing it or anything, because really, I've done all of it. Cheat Engine has kind of ruined the wonder of the game in, like, finding things. And the fact that I know everything has ruined the wonder of the game in the rest of the ways that it could be ruined. But, yeah, that happened. I thought that was an interesting story, maybe worth sharing. Seems like today is story time. The habit. Sure, no. No, I still sort of have my aesthetic, and the habit would completely ruin it, so I'm going to re-roll it. Magneto? No, definitely useless. Magneto would attract items to us, pickups rather. And the habit would give us half of a recharge for the item, the spacebar item, every time we got hit, so every hit is 3 little bars of charge. And it's really good, it's definitely worth having, but I'm trying to sort of maintain the aesthetic here. I know that I'm a little covered in coal and stuff, but, you know. Magneto would also mess with it a little bit, but not as badly. It's just I don't need it at all because I can fly, so I'm just not taking it. Still haven't found the item room, unfortunately. I thought I was going to get hit there. I'm going to be honest with you. Oh, bleh. It's hard to avoid things right now. I definitely need more speed-ups, and this is like the one run where I want speed-ups is the one run where I'm not getting them. Like, I feel like I get a ton of speed-ups in your average run, in my average run, and this run where I'm super slow and want speed-ups, I'm just not getting them at all. And, you know, that's fun. It's fine, too. But, you know, it makes the run more interesting. There we got hit, like I said. And I'm just going back to reroll this. Hopefully it'll be something I want now. Yeah, sure, 10 bombs. That'll give me a fuse, but I don't think it'll ruin our aesthetic. Yeah, we're still good. The item room could still be anywhere. And I'm hoping that it's above the boss room, one of the, like, connected to that room. Because then I don't have to backtrack through the rooms with the blue spike things that I should know the name of by now, but don't. Nope, that's a mini-boss. Oh god, it's Lust, but I can fly, so I'm just gonna chill near... Okay. Poison Touch. I don't know how much it'll ruin it, but it's definitely worth having, especially because I'm slow. Oh, we lost the psychic thing. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna add Spoonbender again. Let's see. Arrow mods. Spoonbender. There's Spoonbender. Let's see if this gives us our aesthetic back. Yeah! Oh, it still does. It doesn't give us the other things, though. The purple tears. So, you know, at least we have our thing back. So Poison Touch is an item that will do significant damage to enemies that touch us physically by doing good stuff. And then it also does damage over time from a poison perspective. So that's good times. It's a very good item worth having. And pretty much that's why I took it. I didn't want to reroll it, and I didn't have a reroll. Unfortunately, we have to backtrack a lot, and I'm really slow. Did I say that this was the Psychic Maw challenge? This is a Psychic Maw challenge. I'm just going to call it Psychic Maw, though. Sue me. Blood Rights, great. Good luck. I'm not coming back to reroll it. Well, I might. We'll see. We could be getting our 3rd cube of meat from this boss if it's war. I'm not betting on it, but it's a possibility. And that would put us on track to get a level 4 Meat Boy, which would be exciting, I suppose. Here's our secret room. Oh yeah, I'll absolutely take a 1-up. That does exactly what it sounds like. It'd give us another life. And we'll spawn with full health, so should we die, this is good times. Yep. So, on to the boss, where we will get a reroll. I don't know if we're going to use it on the boss, if we're going to get a deal with the devil or something, or if we're gonna backtrack and go all the way to the item room. That sounds ridiculous, but it might happen. Maybe we get a speed up, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm cool with this backtracking business. Oh, it's Mask of Infamy. I don't know if I have a chance at this. This is gonna be a hard fight. Oh, there we go, that's a hit. Leave me alone. So, the Mask of Infamy is much faster than us. Oh, Dead Bird, you can do it. Demon Baby will also be a boon. But this is a little bit unfortunate, because we can only shoot him from the back, and he is like 12 million times faster than us. I feel like this boss had to be a boss that we fought on this run. Like, otherwise, this wouldn't be a legitimate run. I'm surprised we didn't also fight Chubb, but we will fight Chubb probably as just an enemy in a room. So, you know, that's not lost. Mask of Infamy, thank God, isn't an enemy in a room ever. We fight Masks and Hearts, but they are not quite as bad as the Mask of Infamy. So we don't have to deal with this guy more than once. Fortunately. Oh, God. Poison Touch. Thank you, Poison Touch. You get a health up. I do want that. My dedication to being a thorough Isaac player compels me to go back and reroll Blood Rites. It's an unfortunate affliction that I would not recommend to everyone. But you know what? You guys are stuck watching me, so you're gonna see me slowly trudge through all of these rooms. Because of course the item room is almost as far as possible from the boss room, almost as far as it can possibly be. So you know what? That's the way of things. What I might do is actually what I'm going to do, which is against being a good Isaac player. Oh, pff, worth it. Halo is all stats up. So now we're a little faster, which means I'm not going to do it anymore. I was going to use the Emperor to just go back to the boss room without spending all that time, but the Halo gave us all stats up, and that means we're, like I said, a bit faster. We'll also do some more damage. As it's from before Wrath of the Lamb came out, it does not increase our shot speed, unless they patch that kind of thing as well, but I don't think so. I think it's just normal, and it is a tiers up, though, so that's good, so we'll shoot more frequently. And now we made it back. That's excitement. I don't think there's an... yeah, there's no hearts. So I guess I'm not going to play the blood bank. By the way, I'm going to do a PSA on the IV bag and the blood bag, or blood bank, because that's kind of important stuff to know. I know stuff about that thing that I don't see many people taking advantage of. So you guys, you're going to learn. So I hope you guys are liking the PSA series, by the way. I know Reddit's liking it. I'm not going to take Maggie's Faith because it's not going to get used at all. Oh yeah, I know Reddit's liking the series, but I hope you guys that play at home, I mean, I assume that most of you do play this game besides watching me. Like, you know, you play yourselves, and that's how you have ideas for challenge runs or why you enjoy watching it, besides my amazing personality and voice, which I know is a huge factor for like 99% of you. My beautiful mellifluous voice. Yeah, no, but for all of you who play at home, you know, maybe you're not... Well, I'm not going to say maybe you're not as good as me, but maybe you're not as knowledgeable as me. That's something I think is pretty reasonable, and I don't mean that in a condescending way, because it's just like... I don't think any of the other Let's Players know as much about this game as I do. Some of the streamers do. I learned some things from some of them, though once or twice I've watched streams. Like, some of the big-name streamers seem to know a fair amount. But other than that, I don't think many people, if any, know as much about this game as I do. Which is kind of what I hope to be my claim to fame. You know. So, I actually lost my train of thought at this point. Oh, the small rock. Delightful. Cool. So that gave us damage up, tears up, but speed down. Can't win them all. Seems we're one-shotting the Leapers? I'm not totally sure. Okay, we good. Yeah, so I lost my train of thought, but... Oh no, I found it. The train has been re-railed. Yeah, for those of you who do play along at home, or just play at home in general, not necessarily play along, but I think that some of the fun from challenge runs, like Northern Lion said actually, is that maybe you're seeing me do a challenge run, and you're also trying it, and you're like competing with me sort of, like, oh, you know, I was trying this challenge run at the same time as you, and I did like 3 times as well as you because you're just terrible. And you know, that'd be cool. Yeah, maybe you learn something about the game. And that's the goal with the PSA series, is to teach you guys things. And, you know, I think it's working for a lot of people, but hopefully it's working for all of you as well. Like I said, Reddit enjoys it. I hope you guys do too. Holy Water is a definite reroll for me because Holy Water turns one of my familiars into Brother Bobby, which is a definite downgrade for both of my familiars. And it's also not useful in general. What it does is when you get hit, it spills, and that does a Lemon Mishap, basically. Did we reroll Lemon Mishap into the Holy Water? Because that's terrible. Why would you do such a thing to me? I'm Binding of Isaac. Yeah, so that's not very effective. Not many enemies get hit by it. It doesn't do that much damage. It's just not worth having. It's like a downgrade to existing. So I don't take it. 2 keys, because one was a champion there. That's good. Why am I exploring? Get rerolls. And because, of course, once I go to the boss, I can't leave, because there will be no doors. Like, you know what I'm saying. All the doors disappear once you kill the mom boss. What? Blow up. Thanks, yo. And good time. So now we have a reroll. Let's go reroll Holy Water, and then I'll probably... I guess I'll do that last room or 2 or 3. Because any chance to reroll is a good thing. So, that's the plan. I am one rugged... I've been through nature, this Psychic Maw. Book of Belial. No. Crazy as that sounds. Because a lot of you are like, yeah, it's about time you should drop the D6, but you know, it's actually crazy. I don't drop the D6 if I don't have to. Like, I just do not drop it. You know, what can you do? I like the D6 more than I like most other items. I'm also doing enough damage right now, pretty much, that I don't think the Book of Belial is hugely necessary. But yes, I wouldn't say that you're wrong for trading the D6 for the Book of Belial. It's just that the D6 can now be useful through the end of the game. Like, literally, if you take it into the chest, that's not even bad. It's still good in the chest. It's especially good in the chest. Unfortunately, Steam sale is totally worthless, but I guess we'll take it. Oh, hey, it cleaned up our face. See, Steam is just all that's good in the world. It cleans up these coal-covered children and Psychic Maws alike, and just makes them look presentable again. So, you know, that's... hey, I won't argue with that. Anyway, we will get a reroll on the boss item if we so desire. But one thing is that we may get a deal with the devil, and in that case, if I notice it, even if I don't, I might do it anyway. If I use the Emperor, even though it teleports me to the same room, like this boss room, the doors will appear, and there's a chance that if there was a deal with the devil or angel room, I can get that back. Like, I can get it. So that's what I want to do, if at all possible. I just don't have the audio for the game turned up very loud, and there is a sound, at least for angel rooms, I believe. But we might be able to see the door as well if we're very, very attentive. Ooh, I thought I was going to get hit there. Okay, I didn't see one, so that means I don't think there is one. I didn't hear anything. I am going to take the speed up, no reroll. And I'm going to take the Polaroid to allow us to go to the McChest. And I'm going to get out of here. I could have used my reroll by using the Emperor and then going back to the item room, which might have been a good strategy, but I think that having the Emperor for late in the game is actually, it's a good strategy. I mean, I've had this Emperor card since like floor 1. That's kind of crazy. I've also been talking like non-stop and quickly. I'm very energetic, effervescent, whatever you prefer as your adjective. But you know, my throat isn't as painful as it gets some other days. Oh yeah, why not? I've got more than 4 keys, so that kind of thing's worth it, and we got our keys worth. Get out of my house. Oh, good, thank you, Demon Babby. And then you're a champion. But it's just a red heart. What I could do is I could go into the curse room and then use the Emperor to get out. I wouldn't take damage. Because the thing is, going into the curse room, or well, coming out of the curse room when you can fly costs a full red heart, or a full heart rather. It would take a soul heart from me, and I want to keep my soul hearts, which is why I didn't go in. But I could circumvent that by teleporting out. I just don't want to use my Emperor card. Like I said, it's worth keeping for a while. Let's see what this pill does. Bombs are key. Okay, I don't I don't feel too bad about that. I have 19 keys, which means I will use my keys more liberally than you can even imagine. And you can imagine? I don't think imagining is a thing. I could be wrong. It could be like... It sounds kind of manly. But it's not like manscaping. It's nothing like that. I don't know what imagining is. You guys tell me in the comments what you think it is. If you're still watching. Yeah, you know, this hasn't been that long. Half hour in, huh? Well, I am slow, so this run is kind of expected to be a bit longer. So, you know, there's that. By the way, if I were bomb rich, I would be looking for tinted rocks, blowing up every rock in the womb. Because the thing is, tinted rocks in the womb are indistinguishable from your regular old run-of-the-mill rocks in the womb. Which is unfortunate, but nothing that can be done about it. Don't know this pill. Tears up, that's awesome. That makes me shoot faster. Like, shoot more tears, which is great. More tears in less time. Or more tears in the same amount of time, not necessarily less time. I think that's a common speech mistake that people make. Wow, that's the last place I would have expected the boss to be, but apparently that is where the boss is. I'm not going to go back all the way to the left to look for the secret room, but if this is the secret room, then we're good. It's not. That's unfortunate. I suppose it could also be next to the curse room, which I will find out after this room. Indeed. Indeed. So now we look again. We got our bomb back, basically. It's probably going to not be here, but... Oh, it was. That's exciting. So we could go to the curse room from here, but this one would cost health to go in. And that'd be no fun. By the way, I think the boss room's going to be at the bottom. No, it's not. Never mind. Just, I didn't finish saying what I was saying, so, you know what? I wasn't wrong. And we're just going to stick to that story. Okay, so it's got to be this way. God, this is a long floor. Did we get Curse of the Lost? We must have. Or maybe just the fact that I've explored literally the whole floor. Not going to use telepills, I'm going to be honest with you. Oh, by the way, we didn't get our third cube of meat, so we won't get our fourth cube of meat because we, of course, only have two, so we'd get our third cube of meat if we got one here. Is it death? No, it's teratoma. I don't fight teratoma very often. It's basically just fistula, except it splits into smiters. Spiders is what I meant to say, but smiters is what almost came out. Still, Demon Baby handles the spiders pretty well, and... you know, nothing's going too badly here. Wow, I feel like I've addressed a lot of topics here. Coin purse. The pills are pretty good, so I do want that. Oh, pretty fly. That's really good, but I only needed one. Still, this normally would have filled out my orbital. And bombs are key. No, I like having all the keys in the world. So, that's what we got. That was not what I hoped for from that coin purse, but we do have a full orbital protecting us from enemy tiers, which is exciting to me. Because that means we're in a good position. We're actually in a really great position to fight Isaac and Blue Baby, if you think about it. Because the more tiers you shoot, the worse you are, the worse off you are, due to the fact that they return fire based on how much you shoot them. But we're shooting fewer, higher damage tiers, which is exactly what you want for those bosses, as opposed to frequent any damage tiers. Like, it doesn't really matter. If they're frequent, you're going to have a harder time. But if they're infrequent like we have, although we do have familiars which will cause them to shoot more, but still, if they're infrequent and highly damaging, it's just easier because you're not dodging as much and you're doing more damage, so it's just pleasant. It's a pleasant time. Yep. This seems to be the right way, but, you know, I can't really make any assumptions on that. Gertie Jr. is actually going surprisingly well, considering he's just getting slowed down by us quite quickly. It would be nice if Gertie Jr., when he collided with the Hollow there, if he killed them like he killed the flies he spawns. That would be pretty cool. We found our boss pretty much immediately. I totally forgot we had Poison Touch. Unfortunately, that doesn't work on enemies that don't do contact damage to you. I thought that was telepills. I just had to make sure. So now we'll fight good old Mom's Heart, or It Lives, if you prefer the proper name for this boss at the moment. Alright, we good there. Okay, that still hit. The reason that the bombs are moving is Demon Baby, by the way, because Demon Baby just shoots on its own. Oh, I totally almost walked into that. It's hard to judge where stuff is. Okay, so there's only one knight. Oh, that was terrible damage. So we're down to our red hearts, but we have a lot of red hearts, so that's not a huge deal. The heart is now repeatedly firing bombs, which is good. That means that it won't go back up. We can deal with it very simply. And that's the heart fight. So we go up to the Cathedral, where now it's good to use the Emperor right away. Because it's better to blow everything on Isaac, because it's like you don't have the advantages you have from going to the chest. In the chest you get 4 items right at the start, which could buff your run crazy, like crazy. So, you know, in the Cathedral you just have tough rooms with no help. Whereas in the chest, every chest contains an item. It's good to just, you know, it's fine exploring that comparatively, sort of. The enemies, the bosses, because they're all going to be bosses, well, not all of them. I guess there are a few rooms that do not have bosses in them, but the rooms are just generally harder. So there's that. And that is why I, as well as many other Let's Players, do believe that it is not a bad strategy, and in fact is probably a better strategy to just blow everything on the Cathedral to make it to the chest where you have a little bit of help. Forgot we had a 1-up, by the way. Getting that half heart is nice because now we'll get invincibility from the Polaroid should we get all the way down to half a heart. Okay, so we will take Forever Alone. That's the other attack fly that rotates around us further away. We'll touch Telepathy for Dummies to get it out of the item pool, and then we'll reroll all 3 of these because I don't want them. Book of Sin, that's cool, that's fine. That'll give us 1 drop. It was a coin, which wasn't worth very much to me. Let's see what the deck of cards gives us. The Empress, that's good. That gives us Whore of Babylon for a room. And I don't really care to have the bomb bag. Okay, that room sucked. I couldn't really avoid damage there. And unfortunately, I have no way of recovering that because I rerolled Little Chad, which would drop a half heart every 2 rooms, after every 2 rooms. Oh, good, another item. Remote detonator, that's not very helpful. Or Doctor's remote, sorry. Silly me. Remote detonator is based on bombs. I knew what I was talking about, I just didn't know what I was talking about for a second. Okay, we didn't get hit that time. And I don't really care which one dies last because I don't want either of their items. By the way, that is one thing. If you're killing mini-bosses in the chest, usually you want to kill the one last that you'd want the drop from, because you'll get that drop for winning the room, if you get an item. But if you don't know, there's a 25% chance that a mini-boss drops its spacebar or passive item, its real item. So it's not unlikely at all. Which is why usually you want to kill Gluttony last, because, you know, you usually want health up and full health, because that's pretty good. Anyway, we're going to go back and reroll those 3 items in the first room, see what we can do. Scapular is not bad, but I don't know if I want it. I don't think I do. Like, I do, but I don't. I think 3 rerolls is better than 2 rerolls and having Scapular. Because I have a 1-up, which hopefully I won't have to use until right before I have to fight the Baby of Blue. Okay, thank you, Gluttony, for killing my enemies for me. Now maybe we'll get a heart drop. Indeed we do. So the reason I'm leaving that there is in case I get low on health. If I get low on health... Oh, well, this room sucks. If I get low on health, I can do that. I can pick that up and it'll give me health up and full health. And that'll be great. And also, if I kill more Gluttonies, I can get more of them, I think, because I haven't picked it up. So they might still be able to drop it because I don't have it. By the way, the Empress gives us Whore of Babylon for a room, which I think I explained. That's damage up, damage multiplied, as well as speed up. 2 things that I very much want. Anyway, Triple Loki is proving more difficult than I would have expected. So, you know... Oh, you jerk. Frickin' dead bird killed the thing right next to me. Caused me to take damage, so I'm almost in the territory where I really want to take the heart. But the reason I'm gonna take it, because I don't know if the next room's going to be hard. Because if it's hard, I could easily take... Actually, I have the Polaroid, and in 2 hits, that'll give me invincibility. Well, I don't want you. Splunker's Hat doesn't really offer me too much, and I don't care for Bob's Curse. I'm just like... whatever. Anyway, with the Polaroid, we'll get invincibility, and we have Poison Touch, so I think I can handle this. If not, I have the 1-up. I made a mistake. The Wretched shouldn't be too hard. I'm surprised I didn't take damage there, but that means I'm pretty much guaranteed to be set here. Yeah, so, you know, I'm happy with the way things went. Yeah. Second Wretched alone shouldn't be too hard. Usually spiders can't get to me when I have such a large amount of things orbiting around me. Unfortunately, only the Cube of Meat damages them of the closest orbitals. The Distant Admiration and Forever Alone damage all enemies pretty well, too. But the Pretty Flies do not do damage to spiders, only to fly-type enemies. Super Sloth, yeah, that's cool, whatever. Super Sloth shouldn't be too hard of a fight. So, you know, it's still okay that I haven't taken the heart. I'll take the heart before Blue Baby regardless of my health situation. Unless I'm at literally full health minus 1/2 a heart, because then it's a disadvantage due to not having the invincibility from having a half heart. That's another thing that, like, nobody but me, literally no other Let's Player will do that. The world, okay, that's good. That shows me how to get to where I want to go. Seems I was going the wrong way. It also shows me the secret room, but not the top secret room. Anyway, no other Let's Player does that, where they try to keep a half heart instead of a full heart, because they don't seem to realize that means they'll get a chance at Polaroid invincibility, and that's a big advantage, because that's like 6 seconds of invincibility. That's a huge deal. But no one else does it, so that's another reason that I'm great. I do want these because there are 2 of them, so I can still keep my half-heart advantage thing that I was just talking about. Oh, okay. PhD means all pills are good, and it also heals me a bit, so I will take that. And I will take Mutant Spider, which is kind of against the spirit of the challenge run. And it might have lowered my damage, I'm actually not sure. By the way, the Forget Me Now, that would be really fun. That allows us to replay the floor. Is our damage crazy? Yeah, it's pretty crazy, so I did fine. Can't bomb my way out of this room, unfortunately, which is what I was trying to do. I was trying to skip 3 rooms to get to the boss. Oh well. Oh god, yeah, I couldn't really avoid damage there. Still have a heart to remember. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten yet. This Psychic Maw has gotten a lot of ridiculous upgrades. Empress is still good for us. Trip Loki, again, this one should be easier, again, due to our quad shot. And I'll totally re-roll the chest. That sounds like fun to me, playing the chest again. I don't get that chance very often. So, you know, getting 4 more items, beating Blue Baby again, sounds like a good plan to me. By the way, if you guys didn't see it, my most recent episode of the Binding of Isaac Let's Play, I got Dark Boy. You should check that out. It was a really good run. It was interesting. The episode is called Thesis. I think it's number 105. It's Thesis plus Epic Surprise, might I add. I don't want Abel. It's my least favorite familiar. I don't take it usually. So yeah, check that out. I think you'll enjoy it. And, you know, don't be afraid to check out any of my older episodes if you're new or just haven't been here as long as some of those episodes have. Because, you know, this is episode like 60 of the challenge runs, and I've got 105 or so, I think 105 exactly, of the Let's Play. I mean, there's lots of stuff here, and most of it's pretty good. So, you know, I'd recommend it if you recently subscribed, or if you just haven't seen them all and really like me. So yeah, anyway, war shouldn't be too tough. In a pretty good situation here. Soul Heart is good. I'm gonna get a reroll after this next room, unless it's another room such as this. Oh, good, it's Carrion Queen. I hate the Carrion Queen. But we seem to be having a successful time doing enough damage. We have pretty great knockback, it seems, to avoid getting hit by the Carrion Queen. Okay, we're doing the diagonal business. It'll die very quickly. And we'll get a reroll. And then we'll take the heart, as well as re-rolling Abel. Ah, haha, I've defeated you. So much backtracking. It's funny, this episode has like more backtracking than normal when this has been the run where I've been the slowest. But good times being had, indeed. By the way, with the using the Forget Me Now, we will lose the D6, unfortunately. Interesting. I'll do it. This increases our fire rate to as high as it can be. It decreases our damage a little, increases our speed, decreases the size of our head. You know, I don't think it decreases our damage so significantly that the huge increase in rate of fire is a big deal. We do have Lump of Coal as well, so I mean, things are going pretty well. And now we're reasonably fast. We have 12 red hearts, which is awesome. I don't have that too often. We also have the Empress as well as 1-up. I think we're a shoo-in to win both times through the chest, because I will totally re-roll it. That'll be fun. And hopefully you guys like that, you know, some of these episodes end up being longer than your average episode, because like a lot of my challenge runs end up being like a half hour, but then this and then the one by Danem that was kind of recent, whole hour long. That's pretty fun. Oh, you're a jerk. And yes, I know I have the Empress card. I think I'll use that either if I die by some amazing turn of events, or on the second time through the chest. That's just when I'll use it. That'll be fine. So now I think we've pretty much won, because the angelic babies aren't going to be too much of a threat. And Blue Baby doesn't shoot at us as much. Okay, so we're done here. And like I said, re-roll in the chest. Get another Blue Baby kill. Have a good time. We still have 2 lives, 12 red hearts. Empress card. Almost cleared the whole chest, by the way, because we can see the full map right now, so you know, things are going pretty well for us. So, Forget Me Now. Let's go. Still have enough keys, so let's see what we get in here. Best Friend, no way. Miter is pretty good. I'm gonna take it. Yeah, now we're just a Psychic Maw with an awesome Kijigger around us. That just gave us 5 bombs, which is why I touched it. I'm gonna touch Best Friend so it doesn't get it away. And then My Little Unicorn is a good item for us right now because we have Poison Touch, which means we have time where we're invincible, can run into enemies, and do our Poison Touch damage as well as the contact damage given to us by the Poison Touch. By the way, I totally dodged right into some of the bombs from good old What's-His-Face, Super Sloth, because I just misjudged where they were going to end up. My fault, whatever, these things happen. And remember, I'm not too worried if I die once, because we already know I have a 1-up that'll spawn me with full health. Won't be a big thing. And now we have a half heart. That's excellent. So now we'll get Polaroid invincibility if we really do get hit that much. By the way, that's the thing. You should always pick up the remote detonator just because it gives you 5 more bombs. You don't have to keep it, but you should always pick it up, even if for just a second. Alright. Hopefully we're going the right way this time. Up. Gertie. Gertie won't be too hard. Look at how much damage we're doing. I feel like quad shot, yeah, it's a little bit against the spirit of the run, but, you know, we're in the chest. This room's going to be relatively hard. But also not necessarily, because we're doing a lot of damage. Monster 2 shouldn't last too long on our onslaught of damage. Yep, so now we're down to 1. After this jump, we can just get him into pro strat. Or not. You know, feel free to not do what you're supposed to do. That's fine. We killed him anyway. So, yeah. Oh, we found the boss right away. That's exciting. That means, like I said, we will make use of the Empress this time, and we'll also use My Little Unicorn for the first and only time. It's amazing that My Little Unicorn didn't show up before now. It's such a common item. You find it literally every run. Like, I don't think I ever don't find it. But here we haven't found it. So let's go. First thing, pop the Empress. And then pop this up. May as well have our familiars do some shooting. Alright, now we back off. And we do our thing. This one will go even better than the first time through. Yeah, I know our aesthetic's totally ruined by our item usage on this room, but, you know, I kept it pretty well for the rest of the game. I gave myself Spoonbender once again, like one time, but there we go. Didn't even lose our life. We could go clear the full chest, but we can't reroll the floor again, so it's not really worth it that much. So, again, leave your custom challenge on suggestions in the comments, and I'll do the ones I like the most. That was the Psychic Maw challenge, again from BTC Procs. And thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.